Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. The roadmap has been updated, so let us check out what is new. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for the support, it is truly appreciated. So not only was the roadmap updated, but the progress tracker was also fixed. For the last few days it has been practically empty, so very happy to see that they have updated it now. Today I will just be running through the notable changes as per the Spectrum post, but then as each month ticks by, I will also highlight the work that is coming to an end or kicking off, as usual in my monthly progress tracker videos. So for this fortnight's update, there wasn't a great deal of notable changes, however there is one big one that I am very happy for that I will get to soon. So let us kick off with the progress tracker. It does state that they are now rolling out the upstream team's Q4 schedule, which should now be represented on the progress tracker, and again I will cover these changes in my monthly progress report videos. But for new additions, we have the Mirai Fury, which as you can imagine shows the work on this ship now completed as it was released in Alpha 3.19. The Tumbrill Storm, however, was also newly added to the progress tracker, and this shows work going on until the beginning of August. So looks like there is still a little bit more work left before this ground solo tank is completed, but it is certainly moving fast, and hopefully it will be coming in the Q3 patch, if not a little sooner, because that would be nice. So finally we have the new feature for the release viewer. This is slated to release in Alpha 3.20, which is around the end of June, I believe, if that's the Q2 mark. Finally, the wheeled vehicle handling improvements are coming in. Now this is a big one for me and for many others, I'm sure. And just like we saw a while back with the Gravlev vehicles, this will be updating and improving the current wheeled ground vehicles' movement parameters and simulation, allowing for more robust tuning and identity between various ground vehicles. Now I have been waiting for this update for a long time, and ever since we heard that it was on its way, I have just been patiently waiting in the background. Now what this means for wheeled ground vehicles is, as we heard on an episode of Inside Star Citizen quite a way back that I will link in the description below if you would like to check out what they mentioned about this. They said that this update will make ground vehicles feel more realistic and less arcadey as we have it now, giving all wheeled vehicles a more physically based system. So this means that vehicles will behave more like you would expect them to, which means a more natural vehicle response from the environment without gliding along the surface. It also means that as you drive up the hills, speed, momentum, and the path you choose will matter a lot more. It will also affect how vehicles fall, and instead of what we have right now where they correct themselves from actually tumbling over, it'll be more realistic and they will fall and tumble as you would expect. It also looks like from 3.20 onwards, all of these ground-wheeled vehicles will have proper weights to them, and, as it states, means more identity between them all, which should mean that no two ground vehicles will really feel exactly the same, just like we see what they're doing with the flight ships and vehicles. So personal choice, preference, and skill will begin to factor more into what vehicle you choose for what job. Now, one big area that this will certainly impact is the racing scene. All of these wheeled vehicle races will feel completely different, needing us to adopt new skills, better practices, to learn each vehicle for their strengths and weaknesses, pushing Star Citizen's racing even further into the simulation, which will be great when we have the ability to fully tune and customize the vehicles as well. Now, one area that I do wonder about though is whether this update will affect tonks and tracked vehicles as they're improving the Nova Tonk for Tonk Royale, and of course further building out the Tumbrill Storm. It would be great to have more realistic tracked movement, however this might not be part of that focus. That might be a separate one they work on, once they've done this. But for a final thought, these improvements will mean when the Ranger comes along, which is a wheeled ground motorbike, they should feel more like a real bike. But I also hope that this means that ground vehicle racing tracks that were somewhat leaked from the files for a previous patch might be one step closer to coming in, and I am certainly going to start taking part in more of these racing leagues. Anyway, that was this fortnight's roadmap update. Some great news there about the wheeled vehicles, and so happy to see that it's not just on the progress tracker, but it is slated for release in 3.20, so we should be seeing a lot more information about this on Inside Star Citizen Live, and so on, as we get closer to its release. But with that said, if you do appreciate my videos, please do consider subscribing. Also, come and hang out over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. You are all more than welcome. Should be streaming later on today. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. It does the channel a big favour. Tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.